Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. 22-year-old charged in relation to shooting death of man at home. A man was arrested for his part in the murder of a man who was shot dead while he took a bath at home on Lincoln Crescent in Kingston on Wednesday, May 5th. Dead is 41-year-old Andre Stevens, a laborer of Lincoln Crescent address. Charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition is 22 years old Ethan Thomas of Walker's Avenue in Gregory Park, St. Catherine. Reports are that about 7:15 a.m., Stevens was at the rear of the premises taking a bath when he was attacked by Thompson and other gunmen who shot him several times. The police were alerted and Stevens was taken into hospital where he was pronounced dead. Following an investigation, Thompson was arrested and charged after he was questioned in the presence of his attorney. The other gunmen are currently being sought by the police. Thompson's court date has not been finalized. 18-year-old woman in custody over stabbing death of 31-year-old man in St. Andrew. An 18-year-old woman has been arrested over the stabbing death of a 31-year-old man in Mount All District in Laverne, St. Andrew. Reports are that about 8:15 p.m., West was stabbed with a knife during a dispute with the woman. The police say the two live at the same location and that the man was the woman's ex-uncle-in-law. The two had an initial confrontation from which the woman reportedly ran to another house. The stabbing reportedly took place during a second altercation after the two met in a walkway leading to their yard. West collapsed and was assisted to the Kingston Public Hospital where he was pronounced dead. A knife believed to be the murder weapon was retrieved from the scene, reporters understand. JDF recruit dies after falling ill during training at Newcastle base. A Jamaica Defense Force JDF recruit died after falling ill while undergoing training at the Army's Newcastle Training Center in St. Andrew on Saturday. Javar Spence was a member with the Jamaica National Reserve, the Army said in a statement Sunday. Neither the particular training activity at the time he got ill nor the illness was disclosed. The JDF said he was quickly assisted by the medical team on site and then at the Newcastle's medical station. He was subsequently airlifted to the University Hospital of the West Indies UHWI. Recruit Spence was regrettably pronounced dead at the hospital. Brigade Commander of the Jamaica National Reserve Ricardo Bilgen hailed Spence's character, stating he displays an eagerness to learn, grow and contribute. A dedicated and promising recruit who joined the training program with great enthusiasm and a strong sense of commitment to serve and protect his fellow Jamaicans, he added of Spence. The JDF said the chaplaincy unit has been providing support to Spence's family and members of the National Reserve. In May, the JDF was plunged into mourning after Private Jerome McCarthy drowned during a training exercise at the National Stadium pool. McCarthy was found unresponsive in the swimming pool and pronounced dead at the University Hospital of the West Indies. Hanover children using lotto scamming proceeds to finance schooling. The Green Island Police in this western central parish of Hanover have been startling revelation of children participating in lottery scamming in order to finance their schooling and maintain lavish lifestyle. The disturbing trend was made by officer in charge of the Green Island Police Division, Inspector Marvin Hoggs, during a peace march organized by the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Caldwell on Saturday. He later spoke with reporters. It is a lifestyle that they have to shred because 90% of all murders are fueled by lottery scamming activities, and this ill-gotten gain is causing the death of their family members and fathers, stated Inspector Hoggs, who noted that this has led to reprisals and counter-reprisals, which he described as a cause for concern. Inspector Hoggs said the concerning trend was being ignored by parents. The parents have to take a stand against their children and shun their criminal lifestyles. So the parents have to do their part, and we invite them to come on board with us, added the inspector. Besides scamming, the inspector said extortion and children being recruited into gangs by adults is a concern to the police. He said these students then take their gang activities into schools where they recruit other students. He said that most of the crimes in the Green Island area are being perpetrated by young people between the ages of 18 and 26. Since the start of the year, there have been 14 murders committed in the Green Island space, with 6 reported in Caldwell alone. Only 1 murder took place in the area during the same period last year. The most recent murder in Cordell occurred on June 22nd, allegedly committed by two boys, age 18, whom police said used the gun to kill an adult for correcting their behavior. This section contributed the most crime in Green Island Division thus far. In comparison to the hotbed of Longwood and Santoy, they have seen a reduction, stated Inspector, who noted that the police would like to see gains made in those areas replicated in Caldwell. Inspector Hodge is calling on parents, community members, and the church to partner with the police in working to restore calm to the area. Head of the Marchtown District of Seventh-day Adventist Churches, Reverend Jermaine McBean, said Saturday's initiative was aimed at targeting the Caldwell communities and surrounding areas such as Spring Mountain, Pell River, Prospect, and Green Island, which are seeing a surge in criminal activities over the past months. It is of concern to us because since the increase in crime and violence, we have been having a number of members who are scared to come to church. We have community members who are afraid to leave their homes, and as a church, we believe that while the politicians and the police officers will try their best to curtail crime and violence, we still believe what the Bible says, which is only God can transform the heart of men, stated the clergyman. With assistance of the Hanover Restorative Justice Center, Reverend McBean hopes that there will be a transformation of the communities and the youth in general. We realize that there are a number of at-risk youth in these communities who aren't attached. They don't have jobs, they are involved in lottery scamming, and we believe that if as a church we are able to present them to Jesus and begin to have mentorship program, we can get them from the path that they are on and transform them into being citizens of the country of Jamaica, argued Reverend McBean, who acknowledged that families impacted by crime turn out despite a downpour of rain. One such family member is Zeda McIntosh, sister of 40-year-old Marlon McIntosh, who was shot and killed by a gunman on a motorcycle at a taxi stand in Old Green Island in May. A female passenger was also injured. McIntosh told reporters that she is happy for the march, which she said can help with bringing peace to the community. She said it was difficult, as she is only one left for the burden of burying her brother, as another brother who lost to gun violence in Kingston a few days prior to Marlon's death. To complicate things, Marlon's mother is sick with cancer, while his 4 children are unable to partake in the funeral preparation. On the other hand, Inspector Hodges said the police is currently working with the Hanover Educational Institute, which will be having an open day aimed at presenting varying career opportunities and training to the youth on July 10 at the school in Lance Bay. The inspector, who is encouraging the youth to join the Green Island Youth Club, said in partnership with the Social Development Commission and the National Youth Service, a summer employment program is currently unavailable. Saturday's march is the first in a series of Green Island Police Division. A group of various church denominations have partnered with the police and the Jamaica Defense Force to stage a march on August 8 under the banner of Christian Community United for Change. The march will end with a meeting at the taxi stand where McIntosh and another taximan were killed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell